There is a darker secret to Alraune that is not even written in Bayonetta 2. How are we going today, everyone? My name is Rakun. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. If you do want to check the Mandrake widow theory first, or part 1 of it, you can click that link above or in the description below. So I wanted to tell you guys that there will be some disturbing features in this video, so you have been warned. Alright, so let's get right into part 2 of the Mandrake widow theory. An important thing to keep in mind is that the beef between Alraune and Madame Butterfly, you don't have to think about that. We are going to be talking about prior those events. As we know in the first part, Alraune is based on a novel by Hans Heinz Ewers, where it explores the legend of the Mandrake root from the Middle Ages. A professor interested in the law of heredity impregnates a prostitute in a laboratory with the semen of a hung murderer. The prostitute conceives a female child who has no concept of love, who the professor adopts. The girl Alraune suffers from obsessive sexuality and perverse relationships throughout her life. She learns of her unnatural origins and she avenges herself and her mother against the professor. Now, there is a strong emphasis on mother and daughter, which is a common theme throughout the whole book. This makes Alraune much more meaningful because, as we know, her baby daddy left her. Alraune wears a very vibrant red, much more so than the other demons of Inferno. She also rules a portion of Inferno with her palace, so it goes to show that she does have that sense of nobility. Actually, I sense a royal of the Umbran clan, since she does use Umbran glyphs and techniques in her fight with Bayonetta. However, she might not fully understand that because she only remembers her reincarnation time in Inferno. All she does know is that she injects her poison into the Wanderers of Inferno in order to make them her toys. Lovers. Hey everyone, just letting you all know that I'll be live streaming some Nier Automata on the 25th of October 2020 Australian Eastern Daylight Time on a Sunday, but it might be a Saturday for the UK and US viewers. Oh, you can hear Yuki. But we'll be rescuing our resistance camp where we left off last week. If you want to join our epic Rakunity, you can click that link above or in the description below and set your alarms. Alright? Bayo to the video. But I believe there are indirect hints that I theorize she is much more important than we think. You know, the overly vibrant red, the Umbran nobility, the insatiable desire to keep on absorbing souls, and of course the unknowing hatred of her husband. We first see the whip weapon with Radahn, but look who he looks to first. Was he going to seal our beloved Joan into that weapon first? Could this whip, might I add a red whip, be only compatible with royal blood? It's a weapon used throughout history, not to kill but to torture and enslave people of lower class, commonly used by a higher class. So could there be a connection between Joan and Alraune? I welcome you to the third path of the Mandrake widow theory, the Wrath route. Joan has a lot of juvenile tendencies, like that archetype of a kid born in a royal family. Now, I'm not saying that all upper class kids are juvenile or insensitive. I'm just saying that this is one of the tropes and one of the archetypes that I see in pop culture, literature, and other series. Now, this archetype, I believe that they feel that they can get away with a lot of things just because they were born into a royal family. They have daddy's money, they have mommy's money, they can do whatever they want. But there is another reason that I think is much more believable, especially in our real world, is because they do feel a sense of isolation and neglect from their carer or their parents. It happens in this world and it's very unfortunate. Could it be possible that Alraune is Joan's mother? Now let's speculate on the things that we found. Alraune and her husband give birth to their heiress, baby Joan. However, the husband left and Alraune couldn't bear the pain of raising the child by herself. She then suicides by dousing herself in poison as a message to her ex-husband. Joan is then raised by the Umbran Elder. As she grows up, the Umbran Elder makes her a red robe that pays respect to her late mother. Joan, however, doesn't know this and wears it for the sake of being one of a kind or to just stand out. Now let's just step aside for a little bit. If Alraune was a former Umbran witch, and Madame Butterfly wasn't in contract with Bayonetta yet at this time, what if Madame Butterfly was Alraune's former Madama? Now, in this mini route, the reason why Alraune would hate Madame Butterfly so much is because Madame Butterfly probably left her and Joan to survive alone, just like her ex-husband. But personally, I like to leave Madame Butterfly out of this video and out of this theory, but it's just an interesting thought. Anyways, Alraune is reincarnated after her suicide and doesn't remember a thing, hence why she's named the Whisperer of Dementia. That name could also be an allusion to the real-world theory of Joan la Pucelle, well, Joan of Arc, had mental illnesses and tuberculosis which led to her having dementia, as a theory. Just a theory. But it's a very similar appropriation that they could have done in Bayonetta 2. Regardless, Alraune now pledges to wander Inferno for the rest of eternity to one day find the husband who left her and torture him for a very long time. Or to one day absorb Joan and feel that sense of motherly happiness and satisfaction. Quite sad. Hence why she feels so orgasmic when Joan is in her womb in the second form, the Whisperer of Insanity. Bayonetta and Madama Butterfly just give her the most excruciating C-section ever. Joan's mother is never mentioned in Bayonetta 1 or Bayonetta 2. It's only been speculated that the Umbran Elder is the mother or the grandmother of Joan, but I digress. Wouldn't she have acted in a much more different way if her mother was killed? Now, I feel like Joan never met her mother after she started developing memories. When Joan and Bayonetta were 20, the Umbran Elder must have been just a standby leader, just like Danzo in Naruto Shippuden, since she was the eldest, until the heiress, Joan, was ready to be inaugurated as the next queen. The most sad thing about this route is that Joan and Alraune will never have recognized each other. But take a look at this final entry in the Mijiten's guidebook. She will never know peace, not even with the sacrifices of 1,000 or 1,000,000 souls. Now, Joan could have been that one distinct soul that would have fulfilled her insatiable desire for happiness. I mean, what mother wouldn't to hold their child back in their arms? Even though they wouldn't have recognized each other, that mother and daughter theme that is emphasized in the original book could still have been there. As I said before, it's as if Alraune subconsciously wanted that feeling of childbirth with Joan. She also revealed that if she were to absorb Joan fully, she would be able to rule all of Inferno as a whole. Now, does that sound familiar? I feel like there could be a motif with parents absorbing their children. Well, toxic parents absorbing their children. Again, what if it's not to rule Inferno, but subconsciously to feel happy again? Just to feel happy. That's it. She was given this curse of wandering Inferno for all of eternity to absorb souls and make them her lovers and all that stuff. But the only way she could feel that true love was to absorb and finally meet that daughter that she never knew. It's that one distinct soul that made a difference. It's a very interesting trope where the parents' toxic love is physically manifested into a beast to later one day maybe meet their child in the future, and then the child versus them and then beats them and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a very cool and sad way to showcase a plot twist that introduces the parent of the main character or the side character. Any story or series that has wiped memories always gets me. It's because what if in a past life, as a theory, what if in a past life we had meaningful or probably horrible experiences in that life, but we can only feel them as a sense of deja vu in this life. The daughter in the book is named Alraune, while the mother is named Alraune. Now you can see that there is a pseudonym between the two, or the mother or someone named it based on the mother's true name. It goes to show that sometimes mothers name their child as a resemblance to their own name, either through a pseudonym or even maybe a rhyme. Alraune could be the mother of Joan, only desiring her soul so that she could feel that sense of eternal security and love. I'm Rakun, and happy theorizing.